In your journey, how has your sadhana evolved? Of course, now it's a wrong question to ask.
You can't just mentally say, I am Brahmasmi, I am Brahmasmi. That's the biggest blunder that has happened in our country.
Yes. Gurudev, we all talk about Vedanta. I worship Kali and I know she's pure consciousness. But without bhakti, I think there's a big lacking.
Bhakti is the soul of Vedanta.
How can be bhakti translated for simple youth? Because
usually bhakti means we think of keeping the idol and doing the puja day and night and
the shift in consciousness that you talk about, was it gradual or spontaneous? When we got to know about the Jyotirling, can you please throw some light on it? Because we went for darshan today. It is magic.
So that shows how Shiva is Shashvat. Bhakti is Shashvat. Though someone broke it. Mukti, you don't have to search for it. When the desires drop, Mukti is already there.
Gurudev, we are from Vanmali Ashram.
Acha.
So my guru has written beautifully about you. At the age of 17, you were staying in a house in Trishur.
Oh, okay. How is she?
She's much better. Gurudev, how was your childhood at that time?
See, my childhood is never ending. Continuing.
At this point of time, Gurudev, the shift in consciousness that you talk about, was it gradual or spontaneous?
Consciousness is always there. It's always the same, just the unfolding of it. Or what you can say, the veil to drop. It happens to different people gradually. For some people, suddenly it may happen. For me, I've been like this from the very beginning, from very childhood. So I can't tell you there was a dramatic incident that something happened, nothing, none of that.
So at one point of time, it is possible for a human to be steady in that state.
Yeah.
So from this point of
quite
view,
natural.
And it is a birthright.
You see, if you meet God, anytime you will feel, hey, I have known you all the time. You have been with me forever. This is what you would say.
So in this point of time, from a Vedantic point of view, there is no karma also for a person because he was never the doer.
Yeah. You see, there is some prarabdha karma, that is what brings the body. If someone takes a birth, there is some prarabdha karma. There is some collective karma that makes you take the body. And we have come for a mission. And the mission keeps unfolding on its own.
So Gurudev, again into simple sadhak for me, establishing that state and experiencing even a glimpse. And yet we fall down again and again. It's like dip in, dip out, dip in, dip out, dip in, dip out, non-stop. So will it be steady? Because even sadhana after a while...
When you say, no, when you get so tired of dip in and dip out, that itself is a good sign that you're coming to the end of that dipping in and out. Because when you are so tired of all these things that the Maya is presenting to you, that's exactly when you become more and more centered. See, Mukti, you don't have to search for it. When the desires drop, Mukti is already there.
Beautiful.
It's the desires that keeps you separate. And desire is for what? To experience the highest level of bliss, happiness. And that when highest level of happiness keeps unfolding within you, the anandam is unfolding within you, bliss, I would say. Happiness is too weak a word. When there is scintillating bliss that generated, then desires don't pop up there. For this, it is very simple. Vedanta is absolutely simple. The most simple thing. But I understand how we can make it a living reality. You need energy field. And that gets created as sattvic food and good company and an atmosphere where there is mantras and yajna mantra, all this, charges the atmosphere. It brings the high energy charge. See, here children are studying all the 4 Vedas and this. In the chanting, make an impact on the brain. Now you must have heard about a lot of scientific research that has gone into it these days. How just chanting can,
Yes.
make the brain different.
Yes, Gurudev.
And so, spiritual awakening is today happening all over the world.
Gurudev, we all talk about Vedanta and I worship Kali and I know she's pure consciousness. But without bhakti, I think there's a big lacking.
Yeah. Bhakti is the soul of Vedanta. Without bhakti, Vedanta will not make any sense.
Bhakti is that crux which will help me to realize and walk in the world.
Bhakti will lead you to the feeling. You can't just mentally say, I am Brahmasmi. That's the biggest blunder that has happened in our country.
Yes.
People, Vedantians think, they know it all without knowing. Many people who think like that, and then the bhakti goes to the corner. No, bhakti is the very soul of Vedanta, and that's why Vedanta is an experience. Bhakti is the way towards it.
How can be bhakti translated for simple youth? Because
usually bhakti means we think of keeping the idol and doing the puja day and night and all that. Still in bhakti say me, I want blessing, please, I am bhakta, you are Bhagwan. That type of duality continues. That is a Gauna Bhakti. It's a beginner's Bhakti. But when Bhakti moves, it translates into meditative awareness. So when you go deep in meditation, and Vedanta is an experience.
So Gurudev, in my understanding, in reality, there's nothing to do. Because even the witness vanishes after a time, if he has established in that state.
Yeah.
But will the body survive? It will just become jad, no?
That's what Bhagavan Sri Krishna has said, no? Yogastha kuru karmani. You keep acting. Even though you are acting, you are not getting so sucked into it. There is a part of you which is still witness to all your action.
Can a normal person, as on the path, experience?
Only a normal person can experience. If someone thinks they are above normal, or someone thinks they are very special, forget about it. Special people never experience. Only a simple, normal,
person,
pure-hearted person can experience.
I'm understanding, the more I'm talking to you, I'm realizing that Vedanta is the foundation, but for our generation, it is Bhakti also.
Unless you have Bhakti, devotion, you can't have Samadhi. Samadhi cannot happen. Unless you experience Samadhi, Vedanta cannot happen to you. You can't realize Vedanta as an experience. Now, in the main yama niyamas like ahimsa is needed whether you have Bhakti, Gyan, or anything. Ahimsa is the first step.
True.
Like niyamas, yamas. So in the way niyamas, Ishvara Pranidhana is one of the niyamas.
Most important.
Santosha, Saucha, Santosha, Swadhyaya, Tapas Swadhyaya, Ishvara Pranidhana. These are niyamas. And without niyama, there is no yoga. So bhakti is needed for yoga. See, unless you have some commitment, you can't do anything. And commitment comes only when you have bhakti. Bhakti is not only crying and saying, oh, I can't be without yoga, or, singing all the time bhajans. That is alone is not bhakti. The focus in you, the dedication in you, the love and commitment in you is all part of bhakti. Daiva bhakti, they are just the same. The two sides are the same coin. So, if you are doing your profession 100%, dedicated to it, you have bhakti for that. Other than you can't do your profession.
Dharma will automatically get that. Gurudev, we have been talking about samadhi. Maharishi Patanjali has written beautifully. In those states, when we come to the highest, again coming to a layman understanding, identity is completely gone. So even in that state where the identity is gone, is it possible for a person to drop down because there might be an ounce of ego?
No, it is not ego. See, yoga prashta can happen. Yoga prashta, but bhakti prashta is never there. So when there is bhakti in yoga, then such a yogi has no form.
Yeah, because he doesn't want anything. There's nothing to be accomplished.
If you're just running after some siddhi, some powers, there could be a downfall. It happens. Not looking for any of that. When you got the highest, you don't, ego, for ego you need the other. And in Vedanta there is no other. So then what do you mean by ego then? See, there is a difference between self-confidence and ego. Usually people get confused. Self-confidence is that you have even when you are alone. But for ego to have a play, you need the other. And the antidote for ego is natural. Be open, be natural. No show off. Not pretend that which you are not. Because that is a weight on you. If you try to be what you are not, you get tired. How can you do it?
So basically we are working on the change of personality completely.
No, you can say your personality gets transformed. There is no individual personality. The individual personality is transparent.
There is a lot of fear, Gurudev, with the whatever youth we are meeting, with rituals, and if it will go wrong, God will punish. I don't know how to put it across simply that it is only love. Why there is so much fear? From every generation this has been pushed. Especially now Tantra Sadhana is on rise and there's so much fear, but I think it is wrong personally. What is your take, Gurudev?
No, here we should not mix up things. Yeah. See, when you have a knife in your hand, you have to be careful. You can't hold the knife carelessly. It's going to cut you. You are going to bleed. In bhakti, it is having a flower, not a knife. But in Tantra, it's like having a knife in your hand. If in a child's hand you give a flower, what the most was what it would do? It will crush the flower. That's all. It doesn't harm it. But if you give a knife in the hands of a child, if it's going to hold it wrongly, it's going to start bleeding. So, see, there are two levels of reality. One level of reality is everything is same, everything is atom. Everything is atom, no difference at all. But on the classical level, on the practical level, a chair is not the door is not the roof is not the... Though they're all wood. When there is a fire, everything will burn. But in that case you say, oh, chair and door are the same. Why shouldn't I sit on the door?
Understanding.
That will be wrong thing to do. So you need to have both these classical chemistry and quantum physics.
Otherwise, delusion will come.
So when you do some practices, like even yagyas, yoga, and all the chanting, you chant wrongly, then the result will be wrong.
Wrong.
So you have to do right chanting, do the right things for it, and have a right guidance. And on top of it, you have to have bhakti. That is Nishkama Karma Yoga. It
One
is
point
not
of time.
difficult. It is actually the easiest thing.
We have been working very hard for temples of Bharat, and when we got to know about the Jyotirling, can you please throw some light on it? Because we went for darshan today. It is magic.
Yeah, see, after this big Mahakumbh, and Mahakumbh started, so many people took bath, and there was such a wave of devotion in the whole country. Just imagine 50 lakh people going there and taking a dip in Prayagraj and saying Har Har Mahadev. How can Mahadev still hide himself? He has to come out. So this, after 1,000 years, that the pieces of Jyotirling has come here. We have 11 Rudras, the 11 people. So that shows how Shiva is Shashvat. Bhakti is Shashvat. Though someone broke it, and now he is still very much alive. And he is unbreakable. Shiva is a consciousness which is ever pervading, all pervading, timeless, beyond time.
Gurudev, one question I always wanted. I know it is a bit personal and I'm praying that I get an answer. In your journey, how has your sadhana evolved? Of course, now it's a wrong question to ask, but as a sadhak, do you think it evolves and one point of time there is no sadhana required also? Because you're free? It's a wrong question, I know, I accept, because there is no now.
How can you expect right answer for a wrong question?
Trying my luck very hard. Or at times it just comes and we evolve with time with the sadhana. Because now whatever I'm understanding, please.
Trying to understand person who has reached is futile.
That's futile.
Where you transcend your concepts, your thinking, your understandings, all that.
Do you get angry and enjoy the act?
Yeah, but I can count on my finger the days when I've tried to show anger, but it doesn't really work. Yeah. I tried to show anger. Anger is not bad. We think anger is very bad. Why should anger be bad? It's part of life. But it should not stay with you for too long.
That is the problem.
When how long the anger should stay? When you draw the line on the surface of water, how long does it stay? It should stay only that much time. A child does that,
Yes.
Child is angry. In one moment, it's happy again. A baby is crying, even the tears are in its cheek, and starts smiling. So that enlightenment is embedded in you. It's part of every human being. We make too much about it. It is all just getting back to your true original self, which is all bliss. See, not a single child has come into this planet as a bad person.
True.
Everyone is born as a bubbling bundle of joy. As a bundle of joy. Look at this baby. If anything he does 100%.
True.
So, we are only talking about this material world and just the waking state of consciousness. But, we have many other dimensions within us. Those are the dimensions which are more true than what we considered as a true dimension.